What up, what up, what up? Yeah. Y'all know it's your boy, Mr. Conversation.
Can't come pay so versatile. Trying to keep up, it's gonna take a while. Talk games on wild style. Just tune in, let them run you down. They call it Mr. Conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come sit in this hot seat, latest information, daily. Hit a bus in the streets, can't compare, so versatile. Try to keep up, it's gonna take a while. Talk games on wild style.
Y'all know I gotta give y'all the intro, man, for a little bit, man. Yeah. Hey. All right, man. That's enough for that right now, man. Look, y'all know it's your boy, EJ, aka Mr. Conversation. Y'all are tuned in to the hot seat with EJ Thomas. All right, look, we're gonna go ahead before I get to my guest today. Shout out to everybody who watches, who listens to me on any of the platforms from YouTube, Facebook Live, Spotify, anywhere you can find podcasts out, right? Shout out to them, man. Shout out to everybody that's worked with me over the last, if you include YouTube with Complete Nerd Authority for the last, 10 plus years that I've been doing different things on different platforms. So shout out to everybody who has paid any attention to anything that I have to say. So I'm going to get straight to it. I'm going to address a little bit of the mess that's been going on for the last few days. Problem started. I had issues with a certain gentleman years ago. We got into it and had words back and forth. Things were said on both sides. That beef, in my opinion, had ended. We hadn't spoke to each other for years. I'm talking about literally from the day that I blocked him, we hadn't spoke to each other for years. Okay. When I say years, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 type years. Can't give you an exact date, but hadn't thought about him, hadn't spoken to him or anything. Turns out, he's friends of friends, knew each other, whatever. I got a 3-way call a few days ago. Hey, he just jumps on the phone, running off at the mouth, saying, crazy stuff, whatever. Cool. So I return fire back. Well, the things that I said were then translated to someone else who doesn't have anything to do with the situation. And that guy is Brad Piff. Now, Brad Piff works for or owns 1516 Radio. He's a podcaster. He does things in this space and has been doing it for years. Shout out to him and what he has done and what he has done for the podcast community and for radio community. Now, he took offense to what I said to his friend because his friend went back and said I said that about them instead of just him. Now, for those who truly know me, I stand by my words. If I say something, I can take the heat for it. So, no problem with that. However, I did not say anything to Brad Piff, and I did not say anything about Brad Piff. The negative. I've even shouted him out on my show. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything because people can say things, to your face, but then say things behind your back kind of thing. So I get that, and I respect that part of opinion. Now, his family or his friend, I don't know exactly, cousin, what their exact relationship is, but went to him and said, we, instead of him. That's where the disconnect happened. I don't mind answering for whatever that I said, but that's where the disconnect. So when they both called me, I did not pick up the phone. I had just got through arguing with the first gentleman. So there's no positive result that's going to come out of me talking to you and somebody that that I have a potential beef with, which, by the way, again, that initial beef was years ago. And let me also address this. It's not for what was said. It has nothing to do with a woman, my woman, any woman. That's not what it had to do with. It had to deal with people saying crazy things from just a sports group. Like you say stuff and you have a difference of opinion, and then people want to fight and people want to say crazy things. That was what the original beef was for. So I've addressed pretty much everything that matters. I spoke with Brad Piff over the phone. We had a moderator. I don't know if he wants to be named, but the moderator said, hey, y'all need to talk it out. If he wants to be named, he will probably say it on his show or whatever, and he can verify. The conversation went like this. Hey, Brad, I've never spoken about you like that, so I don't know why you coming at me like that. I never said anything. Well, he says, well, I got this information, and then because I called you, you know, and you didn't pick up, I assumed that it's true. I said the reason why I didn't pick up and I distance myself is because that's your people's. So people are going to tend, human nature, they're going to believe. By the way, if anybody have any questions or comments, feel free to leave anything or whatever. But yeah. But to get back to it, Brad said, hey, I got this information and that's what I went with. And since you didn't pick up, my response was I didn't pick up because I saw you are on the phone. This is a Facebook call. It shows you when multiple people call. I see he's there. I just got through arguing with this guy. That's your people. The conversation is not going to go anywhere positive. It's not going to be a calm conversation. And next thing you know, it's probably going to escalate. So rather than do that, I sat back and I waited until I was calm enough to talk about it like a gentleman. And I felt that he might be. So that is what happened. All right. So there's been jokes. There's been things said. I've been on the other side of this, trolling, talking crap, whatever. That's part of the game. All right. So shout out to him, you know, doing what he felt that he had to do. No ill will, no feelings about it, because at the end of the day, he did what he had to do. He felt because he thought I was coming at him. And so he responded accordingly. Now I've addressed the situation and we had a gentleman's handshake agreement, you know, over the phone, verbal agreement that there will be no retaliation from me and there will be no further shots from him. Now that what was said. Now, all we can do is just, you know, hope that stays there. So for those of you who were tuning in to hear some fire or hear some, you know, talking crap and back and forth, I know the numbers are probably going to drop down. That's not what you're getting today. As far as the hot seat and intellectual properties, I got stuff in order and things like that. So it's all good. Love everybody. But I will say this. Now I've addressed that. I won't be talking about that anymore as far is concerned, because again, there will be no retaliation or anything on that type of level. But what I will say is this. I do pay attention to who shares stuff. I do pay attention to who was laughing. Everybody's entitled to feel how they feel. Everybody's entitled to, you know, do what they do. But that does tend to let you know the people that were quick to share stuff, people that were quick to laugh, you know, especially some of the ones that's been in your face, especially some of the ones that, you know, have things to say. That does let you know. Lets you see who are the messy people. Lets you see. The difference between, you know, me and some other people is that I can be held accountable for my words, what I have said and what I haven't said. I don't mind addressing it. I don't mind talking about it. But again, there's a way that, you know, especially grown men. And for instance, shout out to Wayne, good friend of mine. He says all the time, you can't talk to grown men in certain ways. So that is the reason why it took me so many days to address it. It's not being scared. It's not anything like that. It's about knowing that when I was going to have that conversation, there needed to be a calmness. There needed to be whether anybody deserves it or not, there needed to be a respect level, because when men are talking to each other, there's always a threat of potential violence. If anybody says something crazy, things can escalate. People have families, people have a lot of other things, people have businesses and things like that. Shout out to Lady Breeze talking to me, and I don't know, taking no sides or anything like that, but just as a counselor, as someone to talk to, hey, calm down, figure it out, whatever that you're going to do, and then respond accordingly. Shout out. So that's pretty much what that is. Trying to address things as an adult and as a grown man. One other thing that I want to say, I think there's a misconception about the whole Mr. Controversy and the hot seat and stuff like that. The hot seat is not about controversy. That's not what it's about. The hot seat is about when you have interviews, making people answer the tough questions. There are people that dance around issues. Good morning, Keisha Q Miles. Shout out to Lou pulling up. Shout out to Wayne that's pulled up and watching. Shout out to everybody else that's watching. Getting off of that, but onto another subject real quick. I lost track. But anyway, you just got to kind of understand how this goes. But as an adult, you have to handle things in different ways when it comes to business. And that's how this is. But the hot seat is about making people answer the questions. Whether it's politicians, people, they don't answer questions. So that's what it's about. It's not about being messy, but it's about, like, if you have your city councilman and they want to talk about the SPLOST, okay, we want you to talk about the SPLOST. That's what we want you to talk about. Now, we want to talk about where our tax dollars going to. Even that penny for everything that I buy, where is it going to? Why aren't our roads straight? My first interview that I did was with the mayor of Columbus, as far as locally here. And hey, I asked him about why aren't the swimming pools being done for these kids? These children are needing a place to have fun. We have a crime rate that is grew from the ages of like 12 to 18 and 12 to 25. Part of that is they don't have anything to do. What are you going to do about it? And that's what the hot seat came from. It's not about being messy. So there's a misconception. Shout out to Ms. Rashonda Parker. All right, that's enough of that. All right, so I've addressed everything. Again, ceasefire, we move on. Let's go do what we got to do. Next, I've got a couple of guests that's coming on. All right, holiday season is upon us. Thanksgiving is Thursday. I've got my two brothers that are both coming on. So first, I'm going to bring up the next in line because I am the oldest. I'm going to bring up. What's good?
What up? What up?
You
How you
live,
doing,
my
brother?
boy? What's good, man?
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to say your
Chilling.
name or anything like that, but this is my bro. Some people might know him. We went to Carver High School, What's up, man?
Those of y'all that know me, I'm Seth. Like you said, born and raised Columbus, Georgia. Midside, Clover Lane. Left and disappeared right after high school, joined the Army, and been gone pretty much since. That's pretty much it.
For sure. Let's give them some more of your credits, man. What you do, man? You are a black belt in what practice?
It's something called a RAID system. It's like a hybrid system of stands for responsive actions and integrated disciplines. It's pretty much a mixture of like Muay Thai, Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, American boxing, just a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff that's not a lot of the flashy stuff, but a lot of the stuff that works.
That gets the job
close
done.
quarters type stuff, and that gets the job done and to get you home to your family. Got
you. You also, college student, educated. You are freshly, just got married. You know what I'm saying, and doing your thing, man. I just want to say congratulations to you, broski. You know what I'm saying? Doing your thing.
Thank
Avid Georgia fan, as you can see, with the cap on, you know, and I got the, you know, the jacket on. Shout out to Richard Brian Harris. That's a, you know, and shout out to Lenitra White Rucker. Just met Miss Lenitra at a can't say where or whatnot, but I filmed my first movie. Just to let anybody know that's watching and paying attention. Yeah, I knew the viewership was gonna drop once we got out the mess. You know what I mean? Had about 20 people on earlier, and once you stop addressing the mess, they bounce. That tell you what's up. You feel me? But anyway, we're gonna bring
sounds
on
about right.
the next in line. You know what I'm saying? I call myself the prototype. He called himself the finished product. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
What's up, everybody?
What's good, man? So
Feeling
this
good.
is
What's up, brother?
tell them your name, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to feel about him, man. About you.
Ethan, the youngest brother, born in Columbus, Georgia, raised most of my life in North Carolina. Same thing, same story. Went off to the military, came back, been here pretty much since.
So got a fresh baby, you know what I'm saying? You out here laying that pipe around here, you know what I'm saying? Got the fresh
know?
baby.
Guys too.
Yeah, man.
Guys too.
Yes, he is a boxer. He's trained with you know, Middleborough, Seth, and other places also. Shout out to Marcus, man. What's up with you, man? He's a gamer. He's a former military. He dates Jolie, and you know, they really cool people. Shout out to him, man. You pulling up on the show today, man. Hey, they said my boy Ethan look like he will read his child a book and pimp smack the hoes at the same time. You don't know how exactly on the dot that is. That's crazy, man. Shout out to you, D.
I'm
Y'all know
the
D.
man.
Y'all know D Richardson from Complete Nerd Authority, man. So you know what I'm saying. So that's good. So yeah. Oh, y'all got married. Oh, shit, that's wife. Okay, my boy, my bad. I apologize.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
My boy, I'm sorry. You corrected me. See what I'm saying? That's how easy it is. You wrong, you retract it, you move on. You feel me? That's just how easy it is. You ain't got to stand on nothing that ain't right. You feel me? All right, so
yeah.
Purpose of this show today, holiday season is here. Importance of family. You know, after I addressed the mess, I wanted to talk about the importance of family, right? We've all had an interesting dynamic over the years. There's a age separation between us. The difference with ages between the middle and the youngest is what? 9 years?
9 years. Yep.
Okay. So, you know, daddy was laying pipe through decades. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He said, it's mine. I got it. You know, I'm doing what I got to do. So
I'm in your dog.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Ethan was a cruise baby. You know what I'm saying? He was conceived on a cruise. Me and Middleborough was in another room, thank God. So you know, we had our own space and everything like that. So they was able to do what they had to do, and then it pops out the last of the generation right here. And so there's a generational gap, and me and Ethan only spent about 5 years?
Yeah, roughly about 5-6 years.
Yeah, actually in the house. So our relationship has always had to grow, and there's been an interesting dynamic. I think we do have a lot of the syndromes that people tend to say. You know, Seth, you definitely got middle brother syndrome. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had the older brother. I'm the boss. I get to tell you what to do, stuff like that. And Ethan has I didn't have to deal with a lot of the shit that y'all had to do. Fuck what y'all talking about. You feel me? I don't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was a very interesting dynamic, man. He didn't join the Navy. We're all in different branches. I was in the Navy. Seth, you were in the Army. And then Ethan was Air Force. Yeah, so we took different routes to achieve a lot of the goals. I would probably say Seth has the most military achievements, got the highest in there because he was robot at that time. You know what I'm saying? Real strict with
Whatever.
with it. You feel me? Doing this thing. I don't know which one of us really gave a fuck the least about our military career. You want to roll the dice for it? Either. Who would you gonna give it to?
I'm gonna give it to you because
That's a
I
hard
got
one.
hold at the beginning. You just started off like I was a Patriot at first, but they took it out of me. You
I think Ethan actually wanted to try. Like he had goals and aspirations. Like he was like, "Yeah, man, I want to do this. Like I want to go special ops. Do something cool." EJ was just like, "Nah, man, I just give me my check.
Yes, sir.
What can I do to not show up to work tomorrow?"
Well, what you talking about? Where
I got there. But
How soon can I get out?
Bro, boot camp.
Run me my money.
Boot camp, you know what I'm saying? I was a beast, you know what I'm saying? Because we was just doing all that stuff for Raiders and doing all that stuff. Yes, let me address it. Yes, I am fat now.
Sure.
Okay.
what?
Oh my God. Okay, anyway. But I was a
I had
beast.
no idea.
Yeah. And they hit me with the swimming claws, you know what I'm saying? When I did all my thing, they was like, "Hey, bro, what you ever thought about going SEALs training and stuff? Like, look, we're gonna put you up for it. Like, all you gotta do is just go do this thing right here. Yada, yada." I looked at them folks. I'm good. I'm good.
No, for me, dog.
Never. So yeah, okay. So
Which was so surprising, man. It was so surprising, man, because like when we was in school, like everybody thought like you were going to be that guy, like you're going to be the guy like that's going to go and be like special operations and stuff like that, and then like you're just like, nah, I'm good. Mind blowing.
I don't like listening to folks, man. Y'all ain't think about the mental part. Like, man, it's not about. It wasn't at that time. It wasn't about the physicality or anything like that. It was about the mentality. I never had that to like, I'm gonna go out in the woods and I want to sit out there for 2 months eating mushrooms and shit and all that stuff. Man, I'm good, bro. Y'all can have that. Like, it's time to fight wars. It's time to go out there, do something. Call me. Okay, cool. I can do that. You gotta do what you gotta do. But purposely trying to do all that, not me. But all right. So Portis and family. I would like, if possible, it's a little bit of a touchy subject, but I would like this part of the show to be dedicated to Pops. Joseph, we call him no middle name Thomas because he didn't have a middle name. That's our father. Yep. We all had very interesting dynamics with him, and who wants to go first, man? Just any type of memories with Pops that you want to do.
I'll go first. It's more of a bittersweet one in his later years, because that's when me and Dad had got like super close. I remember I used to go down with him to go get his treatment at Duke. And sometimes they have him in like a little wheelchair or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? He feeling a little down. So I would just do something goofy. Like there's a little ramp. And I would like, it sound like messed up, but like, just bear with me. I would like push him down the ramp in the chair. And then like, he would turn back and be like, "Really, bro?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I'm gonna get you. And I never did. But there's no risk of injury. It's just the ramp like shuts off and it has the little bumps at the end. So it's just stuff like that, like how we were always able to find like humor, regardless of the time or what was going on. And I really appreciate things like that.
Yeah,
definitely. Seth, what you got?
I got like two, man. One, this was like it was the last day of school. And last day of school my sophomore year. So like y'all was graduating, like you and AT now. This is the night the day I graduated, so I skipped school. I was going to meet up with this little PYT, that went the Hardaway, and we ain't name dropping because we ain't lame like that. But
Damn, I'm about to be
so I
lame.
met up with met up with old Shouty. So I was like, we walking because a nigga didn't have a car back then, and we walking. I forget the name. Is it no? It ain't. Is it A Street? No, not A Street. The street
Cross
that
Country
leads up
Plaza.
to yeah, that street. We walking up there, and I'm like, man, that look like my dad's car. Like, no, that ain't my dad's car. Ain't no way. What would he be doing here? And then so we keep walking. I take her. We go up the subway on Macon Road. Because like going to get something to eat. We had a homeboy that worked there, so we were finna go there and get some free food or whatever. Next thing I know, in walks my dad and EJ. And I'm just like, man, I'm finna get out. And I'm just like, oh my God.
One
He's
second.
like, shit.
I was not on no snitching shit. I tried to do warnings. I tried to like throw something out the car, let them hear something. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried to throw a can out the window, make them look back. I tried, but Dad's 6'2", you know what I'm saying, 300 something pounds, you know what I'm saying? And so not much he was gonna do on that. But go ahead.
But the crazy thing was like I'm nervous, like I'm sweating bullets. Like he just walks in, he smiles, he's like, "What's up, son?" Like, "Hey, pops, what's good?" And he was like, "Who's this?" Blah blah blah. Just completely played it cool. Like bought our food, took us to the mall, bought us some stuff, and then was like, put me to the side. We're like, "Hey, son, you got something in your wallet? You know what I'm saying for, to get now, whatever." I was like, "Yeah, pops, I'm good." And yeah, it was just the coolest thing ever. Never mentioned nothing to moms ever about it, and dropped us off, and that was that. And my second one was when y'all tried to save me, man. Once again, like dumb stuff, being dumb stuff, trying to go see some chick. And so I was working at McDonald's on Macon Road at the time. I told him I had to go to work. Got dropped off at work, and I had to go back though. Like so, I went with my work uniform, but I had to go back, and in the go bag I had on some bright orange Dickie shorts and the freshest of white tees, man, and some fresh white Forces. And
So
so I was
imagine
I
So imagine this now. Imagine this. I gotta say this part of the story.
so
We're driving up
okay.
Macon Road. Okay. All right. So mom's in this one too. Okay. Mom goes, I know. Hell, that ain't set. So dad's in the car. He looked back at me. We in the van. I look at him. We both look straight. We're quiet. We're like, okay, we're far enough away where he shouldn't have been seen or nothing, but he had on them bright orange Dickie shorts and the
And a white tee.
white Forces that you could ever have. He bright as hell. My boy bright.
Neon orange too.
Continue, sir.
Man, I was just like, walking like, got a smile on my face, like, finna get ready to slip and slide. You know what I'm saying? And then like, roll like I had time. I thought I timed it, and like I gave it like 15, 20 minutes before like I hid out in the work bathroom, changed out. Folk like, what you doing here? You don't work today? I was like, oh my bad, I forgot. And timed it. Like they decided to take a pit stop and go to Country's Barbecue. That's what messed up the timing. So they go to Country's Barbecue, and they ordered the food, and so by that time I'm walking, and I'm in the middle of Macon Road, like in the middle of Macon Road, like. There's no way to duck off, no bushes.
When we say middle, we mean he's literally crossing in the middle of Macon Road. That's like 6 lanes right there. You know what I'm saying? You got the 2, and then you got the turning lanes to turn in on our east side. Crazy shit ever in my life. We catch him in the median. Shit. But can't do nothing but get in the car.
Well, yeah, they tried. They tried to save me, man. They tried to. I brought up this story to say, like, from Pops was like, "No, I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him."
Yo,
Like, tried to save me, man. But it was just, it was too many factors, man. I did it to myself. I did it to myself. But yeah, those are
man.
my two favorite ones.
All right, mine real quick is I'm gonna say okay, I was in Talbotton, and this is a story actually more about you. Seth had a older, way too older girl that was into him. Okay, you were how old at the time?
I was a
Mom gonna be
freshman. I was
real.
like 14.
Bro, my boy like
I was
14
a
years
freshman. I
old.
was like 14.
So Ethan, that puts you at what, 5, 4? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 16, maybe turning 17, close to when I was getting ready to leave the house. Bruh, the lady comes to the door. I say lady because she is like 25, 24. How old was she? I think that's about
Nah,
right.
she was like 21, 22. She was like 21, 22.
Nah, bruh. She was a little older than
Yeah,
21, bro.
she
I
was
know.
like 20. I believe she was like 21, 22.
Okay, even if we say she's 22 years old, she can drink alcohol, bruh. You 14, bro. Okay, that's 8 years difference.
I mean, I was the
Okay.
same side then as I am now, though.
All right, bro. I'm all right, man. Because no, you weren't. So you talking about one thing.
Shout out to Terry. Shout out to Terry. Listen. So my dad goes to the door. All right. He was so happy when he seen what's up, Kevin Jr.? He goes to the door, right? And says, he comes to me because she's like, comes to the door. He just looks at her, don't really say nothing. He's like, all right, wait a minute. He comes to my room. Hey, man, I think you got a girl that's out there. I'm thinking like, who I'm talking to at the time stay in Columbus. I know she ain't drove all the way up here, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Who is this? I go to the door. My dad's happy, right? He see an older woman for his 16, 17-year-old. He like, oh, okay, my boy, you about to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? He giving me props and everything. Hey, what's up? I said, Pops, that's not for me. He looked crazy. Who's he for? Yeah. He was like, hey, get to the door. I'm gonna talk to your mom. I'm gonna keep your mama in the living room. Like, he like, hey, don't let her find out.
He like,
Sorry if you hear
y'all
this.
need to go. She was
Yeah,
like, y'all need to go now. Like, y'all need to hurry up and get in the car, and y'all need to go. Like,
bruh, crazy. She came to pick him up in a car. Just think about that. The 14-year-old came up. Now, if that was reverse, everybody would have went, oh, he's a creep. Oh my God. Oh,
Times
but
were
you know,
different back then, man.
yeah,
bruh,
it was different. Yeah. I don't know.
was it
I mean, but
was
how
it
many
different?
guys did we see? I don't know,
Was it
man. But
different? Is it
anyway,
different?
that's a.
We shutting dangerous gun right now.
I'm just saying, if it was a man doing that, it would be the end of the
No,
world.
yeah, for sure, yeah. That way, now.
Kevin Jr. said, I like him like that too. We talking about the other side when he's younger and he like him older. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to you, my boy. That's how y'all country boys do it, my boy. I ain't mad at you. All right. Then my other one was I'm gonna say when we used to drive back and forth to New York. And for whatever the reason was, he had to go there, whether it was work or pick up like my auntie from college in Syracuse, Sabrina.
Mhm.
And when they was up there, and I just used to remember just the conversations that we used to have. And he used to be like, boy, you supposed to be here to help me stay up. You sleep yourself. I'd be like, bro, I didn't tell you I'm gonna stay up. Now I talk all day in the daytime with that. Then I can still sleep at night. So those are my two major things. Also, towards the end of his life, the final things that he told to me were definitely very, very important. And he's instilled in and me some lessons right at the end that I definitely was going to need. He told me there was going to be a lot of people. It's crazy that would pretend to be on my side. He was also one of the first people to tell me that I could take this talking stuff into something, whether it was politics or being a lawyer or anything like that. He said, you know, you can speak. You're a good orator. You need to be out there doing something with your voice. And that's one of the last few things. And
Sure.
I'm glad that I've been able to do something with it. Ulysses says, hell no, it ain't different. Y'all just ain't called them people out. Yeah, that's it. It really ain't different.
Yeah.
The Mary Kay Latours of the world don't get in any trouble. Now let's talk about the relationship memories between each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off with Ethan this time. You know what I'm saying? You always said start it off. Okay, well, go ahead. Go ahead then, man, bro. You go ahead and start off on this one, man. A memory
Oh, me?
that you got between with each one of us that you know what I'm saying is treasured that you know you're gonna remember.
Okay, my most recent one with Ethan was you know, we were training at the dojo together, and like both like it was good like seeing his progress from where he started. Because I started, well, I had been training a lot in the military with so I knew a lot of the stuff, but he was like kind of he had a lot of ground to catch up on. And so we were doing these drills or whatever, boom, boom, boom. And we had like a light sparring day. And then so the head instructor, he was like, is there anybody that want to like you know, hard spar today? And I was tired. I was like, nah, I ain't feeling it today. And then so he you know, he volunteered to go up against this other guy here. He's a tough guy. Like I sparred with him before. And we had some wars in the gym, you know. I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. Like, I ain't say this to him. Like I wasn't trying to discourage him. But I'm like, I think this man might got a little too much dip on his chip right now. And you know, and like, and they start going. I'm worried because this guy's like, you know, twice Ethan's size. Like he's a for sure heavyweight. Like he's two. I was probably like 230 back then. I'm 215 now, and this guy was probably like a solid 250, 6'2", 6'3". And so like, and they're going, and I'm like, he's holding his own, you know, his head movement there, like boom, boom, boom. He's throwing volleys, like boom, 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 like he's hitting this dude with heavy shots. Like I didn't even know he had that kind of power, and just basically just goes toe to toe with this like one of the best sparrers in the gym, and like they're really like, you know, super proud big bro moment, man.
That was
So
the
yeah,
moment
that's my
where
most recent.
you saw the beast that Thomas came up out of him. You know what I'm saying? Officially, it was like, hey,
Yeah.
he there. All right, gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Man, with you, man, there's just so many crazy stories, man. So many that people, if we told half of our stories, people
They
wouldn't
wouldn't
even
believe him.
believe them. Like
Mm-mm.
they wouldn't believe them. Dang. Man, there's really just
Well,
like so many.
well, why are you thinking? I'm gonna go first. So with
Okay.
Seth, I got two. One was when we was in high school, and it's supposed to be us doing senior pranks and stuff. He takes it on himself to basically do a senior prank as a fucking sophomore, right? They get water, him and some of his friends get water balloons, right? Blow them up, everything. They start going into people's classes and waiting till the bell rings to just start going and just smashing people with water balloons. I'm talking about teachers, people coming in. Imagine a teacher going over something on the desk, right? And somebody just run in there, just hit them straight in the face with a balloon. Wet, papers wet, everything, board wet, everything. And then they just run out.
One teacher took it. One teacher took a swing at me too. Like I ducked though. I was real fat back then. I had quick feet, so he wouldn't catch me.
Bruh.
Yeah,
They
I did some reckless things.
they was outside just pelting people with water balloons, bro. Just out there, just everybody getting wet. I don't know how y'all didn't get caught, man. I do not know that. My second one with you is, okay, you had came to visit, right? And we was chilling. We went downtown. I met this young lady, whatever. Decided to go on a date or whatever. And she had a homegirl with her. So we did a little double date thing. We went out to the pool hall. My date going horrible. His date going great. I'm talking about he in there just macking, doing his thing. I met a, the young lady. I think she was looking for somebody to just tell her what she wanted to hear and all of that. She ain't want no, she just want somebody to just kiss ass type stuff. So I went on that, whatever. But
I was the wingman. I was there to occupy the mean friend and just completely just hit it off.
But that shit flipped somehow.
Yeah,
it just flipped. And it was just, I just started seeing the dynamic of, you being in a man space and doing your thing because, you had been gone from military, a little bit of whatnot. And just seeing you in that space was a good memory. Ethan, I want to say, first of all, I remember when you first started getting into like the debates and things like that. And then I started like just seeing how your mind worked and was just so analytical. It was just crazy. And the amount of information that you can process at just any moment is fucking ridiculous, bro. Like that shit was just, it amazed me. Like the shit you can just sit there and remember. You read something once and you can go word for word, verbatim, top to bottom. Like you need to be doing a lot of these spaces. And I'm gonna tell you in front of all of these people, I be pissed off all the time. You should be behind this microphone doing your own thing on whatever the hell you want to call it. You definitely got it. The ability to process the information and speak it. You definitely have that. And the first time when I saw you in that space, saw you in a different light. The other time I will say is when we went to drop Dad's ashes at in South Carolina. And that was a good time being around, just being in that space and seeing that memory is what I'm gonna remember. You got the picture where, you had started lifting weights and your back looked like a stingray. Yeah, man. That was fun, man. That was real good time, man. So those are my things. What about you, Ethan?
So starting with you, eldest brother, I'd say it's probably when we went to our first comic book convention. And we really got closer. We sat down and we had a conversation and we got to know each other for, who the other one was, right? And you know what I mean by that. But
yeah,
I think that really still sticks in my head to this day, right? So, and I guess
are you talking about when we went to BlerdCon? Or you talking about when we stayed in a hotel in Mobile?
The one I met Ulysses at.
Yeah.
Whichever one that was. So Mobile.
Got you.
Same Mobile, yeah.
Yeah, Mobile.
So that, and then just like the whole con itself is a memory that was made like there. And with Seth, I say it's probably like the one that sticks out in my mind the most is seeing him get his black belt that day. It's a journey, like we pretty much started together, and seeing it like come to fruition at the end was real dope. It was a beautiful thing. That's two things for me.
Yeah, it was rough. With eldest brother, I didn't say mine about you. I say, dang, hold on, I just had it.
Don't say the time about Moon, the RTC entire what's
nah. I mean, I'd say one of the time when we won our first track meet together, my freshman year, in the 4x4, like that memory was like that was a phenomenal memory, man. Well, yeah, completely got hold. Was supposed to be we qualified for state, but we weren't able. There was we were DQ for something at the last minute, and it was some BS,
Now
man.
let's
But
just tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. I was academically ineligible. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, we ain't gonna sidestep it. This the hot seat. You feel me? I was academically
I mean,
ineligible.
you
So,
but they did not. I mean, yeah, whatever, man.
it didn't
It's
stop the
whatever.
fact that we
But
fucking
yeah,
won. We were supposed to go to
we
state
was
that
cooking
year.
too, man.
Yeah, we was cooking people,
We
but
was cooking.
that 400,
Like, yeah,
we beat a lot of the teams over
yeah.
here, you know what I'm saying, on this side. And that was back when we was a 2A school running against 4 or 5A schools, because we just had to get track meets out because them 2A schools was garbage. We coming, Columbus relays, stuff like that, Brookstone relays, shout out to
Brookstone Invitational,
yeah, those was the good old days, man. Yeah. But yeah, I was academically ineligible because your boy didn't do what the hell he was supposed to do in school. You skip all day and all that. It is what it was.
Yeah, to the best of it, man.
I went to lunch. I went to ROTC. I went to gym. But let's don't talk about how. What you want to talk about gym? Let's don't talk about how my gym teacher thought you was in his class and you had a whole grade, extra grade, because he thought you was in his class. He had you on his book and everything. We don't talk about that.
Yeah. Coach Sims really thought I was in his class because I was in there every day.
Hollering
but
at
that
chicks,
wasn't
man.
where I was supposed to be.
Yeah,
but my other memory is like an ongoing memory. The dungeon. We lived in like this little trap house on the mid side, and just like had way too much freedom for a 16, 17 year old. Like that's why like when I was in my 20s, I wasn't really excited about partying and stuff like that because I did what I wanted to do pretty much from the time I was 16. Like it was just me and EJ staying by ourselves, like on the mid side going to school, like like just doing grown folk stuff. And
that's why when I have people tell me like I ain't from the mid or whatnot and stuff like that, bro, I'll be like, bro, grandma stayed, you know what I'm saying, on Harold Street for the last 40 years. We was there before was that one of the first black people that was allowed to stay there. You feel me? Like don't play.
But back then, but before Muskogee Elementary was Muskogee Elementary when it used to be Winterfield.
You feel me? That's even before then. That you know what I'm saying? We was there. I stayed on Florida Drive. I stayed on Marlboro. Well, Florida's another place, but anyway. But I stayed on Marlboro myself, had a house there. Auntie them, 2612 Clover Lane, exactly on the lane. Joyce, so it is what it is, man. People say what they want to say, but we know where we're from, we know what we've done, and we know we've been around. Shout out to the mid, man, and everybody that's out there. Hot Boy Leo, man, what's up, man? That's Cali brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. That's pretty much gonna be it for the day, man. I got an appointment in about 25 minutes. I gotta get to. Look, man, at the end of the day, this is what I want to tell everybody. If you made it this far, appreciate you. If you just tuning in, still appreciate you. There's gonna be hard times in life, period. Okay. People gotta understand that. Sometimes you're gonna have the gun. Sometimes you're going to be under the gun. You need to have the same way about yourself no matter what side you're on. Because a lot of people can talk that talk and walk that walk when they got the advantage or when they are basically when they got the advantage. But when it flips, they get real calm and cool and stuff like that. Me, I'm going to be me all of the time. I'm going to be who I am. Ain't nothing gonna change about that. So, anything y'all want to leave off on, man? Words of wisdom, anything, social media, what's up? If they want to find you?
Nah, man.
So he said,
nah, I'm good, man. Those that know me know how to find me.
Okay, Ghost.
Whatever.
We got Ghost and Snake here. You know what I'm saying? Both of you. What about you, Ethan?
I'm like the One Piece. If you find me, it's gonna be through a lot of effort.
And a whole bunch of fucking episodes.
There you go.
We do got to do this real quick. Superpower, real quick. Okay, and then we're gonna leave off with that. I asked most of the people that I interview on there, if you had a superpower, what would it be? The parameters, and I have to do this. Nothing super crazy. Can't wish for other powers. Can't have the powers to make other powers. Crazy stuff like that. And particularly because I know y'all know a little bit about scaling, or a lot about scaling. Look. No Planet Buster plus stuff. No reality warping. Let's keep it one single power. Cool. What would you pick? This one I want to start off with Ethan.
All right, it's between one or two things. Either the ability to summon a lamp with a genie in it and just get the regular. Listen, just get those 3 wishes. Just get those 3 wishes. And I'm a double
I
world
mean, that's
hunger.
fair.
Right.
Bro.
Right?
You go double what?
World hunger.
Come on, man.
I'm going to wish for some bad bitches for the genie. And then he going to give me more wishes for helping him out.
All right. So, Seth.
What? I need to get a 3rd wish.
No, bro. It's just that's the whole point of all that, bro. What would you pick, man?
I'm basic, man. Probably super speed or teleportation.
Super speed or teleportation. Pick one out of those 2.
Teleportation.
All right, cool.
And I without like a limit, like not like I have to see where I'm going.
The whole world from one galaxy to another shit. Yeah. Come on, man.
I mean,
reasonable. You could carry up to a refrigerator with you. Let's say that you can carry your body. I'll even give you 500 pounds. Okay, you can carry 500 pounds with you. So if you want to steal some shit, cool. That's fine.
Yeah. And then I say give myself a radius of like 500 miles. I could teleport within 500 miles. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So that would have been my second one. I'm just going to. I want the ability to control people and their thoughts and shit.
Control.
I just want to be able to. I just want to be able to control it, man. That's all. Simple.
Okay. So can I change my answer for real now?
Yes. Go ahead, man.
I would pick adaptability, so that my body can adapt to pretty much any physical like limitation that it has within reason. So if I can't see something because it's moving too fast, after I experience it, my eyes adapt to be able to see that speed. So on.
And your brain would adapt to be able to the thought process and all that. So you would basically be Darwin.
But much more limited. I'm not gonna adapt to having my head cut off.
Motherfucker say I'm hella touch him. I'm a death god now.
Right.
What?
So like say if like the government was trying to find me, right? And they got my fingerprints and my DNA. Well,
here we go with this. I knew it was the reason you did this. Right. So the background is the real thing that he wants is he wants no DNA, no trace of any of his DNA, no fingerprints. His nut don't have no trace on it. Nothing.
You didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
He's adding comment.
All right, bro. Let's get out of here before we get canceled, man.
So he can do what he wants to do. This is the reason why we don't do podcasts together.
I was talking about Maharaga, bro.
So we have to do like audio podcasts or what's called where it's just us talking, because some of the stuff that we talk about is crazy. My boy Hot Boy Leo says fluid bending, and I know that's what you want it for, because I seen the meme with Katara and Aang, and then she water bends it out. She's like, "Oh, you good?" That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy work. So before I get canceled, we're going to leave. Shout out to everybody, man. This is the hot seat with EJ Thomas. I know we have other ones out there now, but this is the hot seat with EJ Thomas. And hey, y'all tune in. I'll be back. You can also catch me on 98.3 The Beat as Kicking It with Mr. Conversation. on Sundays from 10 to 11. And my social media that you can find me. If you're here, you already know these, but TikTok is Mr. Conversation, and IG is EJ Thomas _706. All right. We out.
All right. Peace.